Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and staying safe in your home. This is me, your biology teacher. Welcome back to Zoom online revision class. In today's class we discuss unit number 11, which is about homeostasis. Students, homeostasis is basically any self-regulating process by which an organism tends to maintain stability of body according to their surrounding environment. Revision of the following questions will be done in today's class from question number 7 till question number 12. First, we discuss fever, which is also known as pyrexia. Fever is the rise of body temperature above the normal point. Normal body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. Now, what are the mechanism of fever? Look towards this sketch. First of all, any exogenous pathogen such as bacterial toxin or virus attack on the body. Pathogen is basically a fever inducing substances. So due to attack of bacterial or viral infection, our body immune system is activated and the WBC's number is increases. WBC start killing the pathogens and a special chemicals or endogenous pathogen is produced in response to stimulation by exogenous pathogens or bacterial or viral infection and release into the circulation. This in turn displays the set point of hypothalamus of brain above the normal point. Then brain send message to the body, heat is produced, result in high temperature. Students, fever is very important in stimulating the protective mechanism of body against the pathogen. Next one is the role of liver in homeostasis. First role of liver is breakdown of hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is basically a protein found in red blood cells. Liver break down the this protein and the breakdown product of hemoglobin is then sent to kidney for removal. Second one, role of liver as homeostasis in urea formation. During protein metabolism, ammonia is formed. Ammonia is very toxic for our body. So liver convert ammonia into less toxic substance, which is urea, and then this urea is sent to kidney for removal. Different organs of urinary system. In human beings, there are proper organ system which is responsible for the formation and excretion of urine, which is known as urinary system. Following are basically the parts of the urinary system. Look towards the diagram. In human beings, a pair of kidney is present, a pair of ureter, urinary bladder and urethra is present, which is basically the parts of urinary system. So kidney removes extra water, salts and nitrogenous waste from the blood, while a ureter is a tube-like structure that carry urine to the urinary bladder, and a urinary bladder is a sac-like structure that temporarily store up to 300 to 400 ml of urine. Then urethra is tube that carry urine from urinary bladder to the outside of body. Next one is the structure of human kidney. Human beings possess a pair of kidney. The location of kidney it is present basically below diaphragm in abdominal cavity. Size of kidney is about 10 centimeter long, 5 centimeter wide and 4 centimeter thick. Weight of kidney less than 1% of body weight. Kidney is dark brown in color and bean in shape. Kidney is enclosed in tissues like structure which is known as renal capsule. Now the internal structure of kidney basically consists of two main regions. First one is cortex, while the second one is the medulla. Cortex is basically a dark brown outer region of kidney is basically called cortex, while the inner region is called renal medulla. Inside medulla, there are many cone-shaped structure is present, which is known as renal pyramids. At the base of renal pyramids, renal cortex is present, while a tip contain a cavity-like structure which is known as renal pelvis. Basically, pelvis in the center of medulla, the cavity of or chamber is called pelvis. Pelvis is the expanded portion of kidney, and then pelvis extend to outside of the kidney and forms the ureter. And the functions of kidney is basically cleaning or filtration of blood. Next one is the structure of nephron. Nephron is the functional unit of kidney. Each kidney contain more than 1 million of nephron are present in kidney. There are two main part of nephron. First one is the renal corpuscle, while the second one is the renal tubule. First we discuss renal corpuscle, which is the first part of the nephron. Renal corpuscles consist of two main part, which is glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Glomerulus is basically a network of blood capillaries, while Bowman capsules is a cup-shaped structure which is present in the surrounding of glomerulus. The function of renal corpuscles is to filtration of blood. Now next one is the renal tubule. Renal tubule is a long tube structure attached with the Bowman's capsule. A long tube-like structure that is attached with the Bowman capsule is known as renal tubule. There are three main part of renal tubule. First one is proximal convoluted tubule, while the second one is loop of Henle, and the third one is distal convoluted tubule. The distal convoluted tubules of many nephrons open into a single collecting duct, and many collecting ducts join together and open into a renal pelvis. A loop of Henle is basically U-shaped structure, so that's why they are called loop of Henle. And convoluted is basically a twisted, folded shape structure. Now the process of urine formation. First of all, what is urine? Urine is basically a liquid waste produced by the kidney, which is known as urine. The process of urine formation take place in the kidney, and there are sub process of urine formation. First one is pressure filtration, second one is reabsorption, while the third one is tubular secretion. First we discuss about pressure filtration. Pressure filtration is the first step of urine formation that take place in renal corpuscle. This process is basically take place in the Bowman capsules and in the glomerulus. Now what are the mechanism of pressure filtration? First of all, renal arteries that carries blood enter into the glomerulus. Arteries is basically renal arteries is divided into arterioles, and then it is divided into capillaries. The blood in renal arteries consists of high pressure. Whenever the high pressure of blood enter into the glomerulus, so as a result the pressure of glomerulus will be high. Due to high pressure in the glomerulus, a lot of materials of blood filter into the Bowman's capsule, and the filter material collected in the glomerulus is called glomerular filtrate. Blood cells and plasma protein, which are basically big in size, are not filtered. diagram showing the basic steps in the urine formation: filtration, reabsorption, secretion, as well as excretion. Next one is the reabsorption, is the second step. Now what are the mechanism of reabsorption? Reabsorption is, in reabsorption, the glomerular filtrate moves to the renal tubules portion of the kidney. Renal tubules is basically surrounded by our blood capillaries. Here the useful material are reabsorbed into the blood capillaries. Salts are basically reabsorbed from the loop of Henle, while sugar, glucose and water are reabsorbed from the proximal convoluted tubules, and from distal convoluted tubules waters are reabsorbed. Now the third step is tubular secretion. It is the third step in the urine formation. Some waste material are again added into the renal tubules. Here the whenever the useful material are reabsorbed from the glomerular filtrate into the blood, so some waste materials such as salts, hydrogen ions, urea, etc. are then again added from the blood capillaries into the renal tubule, which is basically known as tubular secretion. Now the filtrate is now called urine. After the process of filtration, reabsorption and tubular secretion, excretion of urine will be take place. Urine from the collected duct move into the renal pelvis. From renal pelvis it moves towards the urinary bladder. Urine basically store up to 300 to 400 ml of urine is collected into the urinary bladder for temporary period of time. And from urinary bladder urine is sent to urethra and then it is passed out from body. This is all about our today lecture. Hope you understand it. Thank you so much for your listening. Take care.